It's not going to be here forever. I know what's on the back end of fucking quitting. It's a lifetime of thinking about why the fuck did I do that? And I ain't fucking doing that no more.
There's something about talking to a guy like you that a lot of people hope that you're going to say some magic thing that's going to click in their brain.
Everybody wants it. What's funny about it, I know people may hear say this motherfucker, even when I tell you the story, I want to drop so many names. Google it, look it up. I don't give a fuck. Like, it almost seems like I'm making my own story up. It does.
It almost seems like it to you?
It does. But like when I tell it, if I were to hear somebody, like, let's say I listen to your Joe Rogan's podcast. I heard some black dude from fucking Brazil and talking about this happened, 3 hell weeks, ranger school, ran 100 miles, broke my feet, broke my body. I'm like, this mother, he's the biggest fucking liar on the planet Earth. Ain't nobody doing that shit. See, even when I tell my story, it almost sounds like some made up shit. So yeah, 14 days later.
What's so crazy is you ran 100 miles before you ever ran a marathon. And you run with that on, right?
I ran with it because I went that's what I did.
Right.
So the day of heart surgery, I did a ruck run.
Jesus
because
Christ.
I knew I was gonna be out of commission for a while. So fuck it, man. I gotta get my last one in, dude.
Jesus Christ.
So all I could do, I have my training log. So after my second heart surgery, all I could do was walk. So I became an ultra walker.
Wow.
Fucking walked my fucking ass off. And over a period of time, it took a year for that thing to heal up and to heal. My first bubble study after my second heart surgery came back negative or positive. The bubble went through again.
Oh no.
And they're going to have to crack me open.
Oh, man.
But over that period of time, my heart healed around that thing nicely, and I passed the second bubble test. So you can't read somebody else's book about some theory on how to do shit, some guy who sat up in their nice, warm office and wrote some book with a nice cup of coffee in the fucking hand. No, I want to see that guy who immersed himself in fucking hell, and he thought about quitting and leaving and his wife and his kids and why am I here? Is it worth it? All this crazy shit. And still said and found out a way to get through it. So basically that's the bottom line of it all. We all want to read about how we can quickly get somewhere. That's why the 6-minute abs and all sort of shit is so powerful. You may get some results from it, but they're not permanent. The permanent result comes from you I say it all the time, you have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your fucking brain.
It's crazy you went on a ruck run with a hole in your heart, too.
Well, I did it for several years, so I said, fuck it. I might as well keep on going, man.
That's amazing. Now, after all said and done, everything's good now?
Yeah, I'm sure something must have popped up in my fucking ass not to do that. Everything's good right now. I'm always waiting for the next thing to pop up, and I handle it the same way. I'll attack it. But yeah, as of right now, I'm in the best shape. I'm 43 years old. Just turned 43, February 17th. I am in the best shape of my life. I'm not knocking on wood because life comes at you, dude. So fuck knocking on wood. Come at me.
I mean, I would think that you would be a go-to guy for injuries.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's
I had them all, dude. I've had them all.
When you broke the world record for chin-ups, didn't you rip your arm apart?
Pull-ups, yeah. So if you pull up the picture, man, there's a picture of my hand. You'll see, I don't know.
What is it?
I'm not cold now. I'm in a nice warm studio with you. You got to think about that shit. The shit's going to end. It's going to end, but we don't know that. We don't think that. At that time, it's going to last forever. And then you get to sit back on Friday with everybody walking across the, back on the grinder, all the 16, 17, 18 guys that graduated Hell Week. And you get a chance to watch these guys victorious. And then you get the chance to think about that. You take that hot, warm shower, first thing that comes to your fucking mind is, why the fuck did I quit? So what keeps me going? I've quit several things. I know what's on the back end of fucking quitting. It's a lifetime of thinking about, why the fuck did I do that? My workout routine in the gym became sick. It became sick. I was just doing 200, 300 reps, 400 reps on like chest, just like for one simple exercise, the bench press. And I would rack it, get back on it, just rep it out, trying to burn as many calories as I can, build that muscle mass. And I just became obsessed with it. I didn't know that working out that hard would fuck you up.
Did it fuck you up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
My organs were pretty much shutting down. And I went from a guy who could run 205 miles to a guy who couldn't get out of bed. And the doctors were trying to search what was wrong. It's a difficult motherfucker where you're going to fail and you're going to be in your head. You're going to be saying, I'm not good enough. And it's how you get through that. It's how you get through that on a daily basis. You start to become civilized. The refrigerator gets full. You start making money, and you start, I'm not getting cold anymore. I'm retired. At 40, people shouldn't be playing basketball or football or being in, you start to believe this shit. And it becomes in your fucking mind like, there's people who are retiring, you know, at 40-something years old or 30-something years old. At 43, I'm still putting in 100-mile weeks, still doing thousands of pull-ups, thousands of push-ups, because I'm not allowing myself to become civilized. The worst thing that can happen to a man is become civilized.